And we're back. You're tuned in to Sport Federation TV. Our final guests for the night are from Fishhook Lifesaving under Western Cape Lifesaving, and they're here to tell us about their amazing experience at the World Champs for Lifesaving. We have brothers Nicholas and Dominic Notten in studio. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thanks for having us.
Yes. Well, you guys are in your stunning, prettier tracksuits, which I've already mentioned to you. They're really beautiful, and it's always such an honor for an athlete in any sport to have their prettier colors. How long have you guys been involved with your sport?
Well, we started in nippers, which is the beginning phase of before you become a lifeguard, when we were about under 10, so 9, 8. He was 8, I was 9. And yeah, and then from there we progressed right up until now.
So who got you involved in nippers? Was it your parents? Was it your own personal desire at that stage?
It was actually funny enough, our cousins decided one day that they wanted to start lifesaving. And we lived near the sea and we used to surf at that stage, and then they were like, why don't you come along, come see what it's like? And we thought, yeah, why not? And yeah, since then we got hooked.
So tell me about the World Champs. You said it was in Australia.
Yes.
Yeah, tell us about that.
Yeah, so it took place over about 4 days. So you have 2 days of the pool lifesaving, so that's more swimming events that all happens indoors in a pool, and that's many different lifesaving techniques. There's 6 different events, and then 2 days later, then you have the surf lifesaving, which is where we are more involved. So that involves many different races, most around a course that's set out in the sea. It's about 400 meters that you race, and there's swim races, board races and surf ski races, as well as 1 or 2 rescue races. And we are more into the sort of the craft events. So we paddled the surf ski and we did the board race. That was our 2 main races, as well as the Ironman, which is a combination, or the Ocean Man as we call it now.
Oh, they should call it Aquaman, eh?
So yeah, it's a combination of all the different disciplines. So there's a swim leg and a board leg and a ski leg.
Yeah. So you guys basically compete in almost every aqua sport available.
Yeah.
Except for kite surfing, maybe.
Yeah. So we surf over kite surf, and when there's wind, then we'll do.
Oh, so you do that too?
No, we don't. But we'll paddle. We'll do downwind paddling. Yeah. Which is quite fun as well.
Yeah. So what's in the? I mean, the World Champs is the pinnacle, right, in terms of lifesaving.
Yeah.
It's not an Olympic sport yet.
No, I think they are making they're trying to
effort,
get it in there.
Yes.
And we saw their efforts. That's in Australia. It's very big in Australia, and they pumped a lot of money into this event, and try to make it as spectator friendly as possible.
Right.
And they changed up a few events. It was a little bit confusing for us because we don't do the same format as them all the time. But it was great if it can progress the sport, then it'd be fantastic.
Now, Nicholas, you mentioned to me before we started shooting that there's also being a lifesaver, being an athlete in the sport also comes with that social responsibility of community service, or there might be another term that you use. Tell us about that.
Well, so essentially, if you want to be a lifesaver, you also have to be a lifeguard. You have to be able to actually save someone's life, which is where the sport sort of developed from. So. As well as doing the competition side of lifesaving, every active lifesaver who wants to do the competition also has to do voluntary duty. So this is where you actually sit on the beach and have to actually be a lifeguard for a certain number of hours. So in order to be a competitive lifeguard, you have to do a minimum of 20 voluntary hours for the season.
That's a prerequisite.
And we at our club, because we don't have an overwhelming amount of members, we generally do many more hours. And it's quite nice in the fact that even though you are doing a sport as anyone would with any sport, with any other sport, but you're forced to give back. But it's nice because you know that your sport's not only like nice for you, but it's actually helping other people, which I think is it's a nice way to think about it.
How important is it to have people get involved with life-saving programs, even from the nipper stage in the country? Because we're a country surrounded by ocean. We have quite a incidence of drownings and things like that, especially of the youth. How important is it?
It's crucial, I would say. Education is key in this sense. You can put as much, what we a lifeguard is prevention.
Yes.
We want to prevent essentially a drowning from happening. And you do obviously learn all the things that you do in a situation where you have to pull someone out the water, or CPR, basic first aid and all that.
But you don't want it to
But
get to that point.
ideally, you want the more people that get involved from a young age will learn, and they'll never have to be rescued by a lifeguard.
Right.
And essentially, the more people that get involved from a young age, you don't have to necessarily qualify as a lifeguard.
Yeah.
But if you have a bit of knowledge about the ocean, because it's just the unknown.
Water safety. Hey.
Water safety, not just in the pool, keeping, because with the rip currents and tidal changes and all that, it's a whole new world to most people.
Yes.
So then that's where the lack of knowledge is where the danger is.
Absolutely. I mean, I had a near drowning experience when I was about 20 years old in Kalk Bay, and it was a riptide, and I didn't know what hit me. It felt like a squid had pulled me under or something, because you feel like something's gripping you, and it was terrifying. And it was ignorance to a large extent, because at 20 years old, I didn't know that can happen to you in the ocean.
Yeah. No, I guess the issue is that people that think they can swim, they're like, oh, well, it's like a big swimming pool, but it's not. You know, the massive body of water, and it's way more than just a big body of water. There's, like Dom was saying, with rip currents and many other aspects which people haven't considered and aren't exposed to, and even to an extent like surf, people aren't really sure what it is, and next thing you get two waves in your head, and you suddenly start to panic, and then everything that you think you know, you don't know anymore, and then even if you watch someone else and you're like, why are they panicking? They're like, it's not even a dangerous situation. But when you're in the situation, then you realize you're like, this has become life and death.
But there's something to be said about teaching a person as young as 6 years old besides about water safety, but about having that consciousness to want to help another human being. Hey, being involved in this program, what do you think? And being involved in this program from the time you were that age up until now, where you're representing the country at world champs level, what has been the highlight for you of being involved in this program, and how has it made you better men?
I would say definitely the giving back, and I've done, after 10 years of active duty, I'm a lifeguard member of the club, so I actually don't have to sit and do those hours anymore. But I've done it for 10 years, so I'm a life member. But in those 10 years, I didn't see, I never saw it as a chore. I mean, so every now and again, you don't feel like going down to the beach and sitting there for 8 hours. But most of the time, it was the Lifesaving Club for us. Anyway, it's just down the road from where we live. It's pretty much our entire social group. Most of our friends are involved in the club as well. And
so it's like Baywatch then.
No, it's a lifestyle, really.
Yeah.
And I mean, the things we've learned and the traveling opportunities we've had as a result, I would say. So from that point of view, it's been phenomenal. And to know that we've given back, and we have both saved people many times, and mostly not necessarily on duty, because Fishhook is a little bit of a quiet beach. You have more blue bottle stings and lost children on the beach.
And retired people.
Yes. But whereas at home, at our beach in St. James, which is probably where you may have swum there, there's rocks, and the only place you can swim, there's a very strong rip current.
Yeah.
And you're surfing there, sometimes you end up saving the same person twice.
Well, Fishhook has got amazing programs like the NIPA, and the NIPA program is a great foundational program. I mean, even if you don't choose lifesaving as a sport, just to have that skill set and that sense of social responsibility. How can people get in touch with your club if they'd like to support you guys with all your aspirations and hopes as athletes, but also get involved to be a member of the club?
So I think the best way to get, if you want to learn something or if you want to get involved, is just to come down to the club. It's open every day of the week, and on Sundays is the best day. It's usually, that's when the nippers are there. And anyone is most likely going to be there. But you can look them up on Facebook. It's Fishhook Surf Lifesaving Club, and Instagram the same. If you want to get a feel for what's going on, there's a bit of information there. But your best bet is to go down to the club, and you'll get sent in the right direction. and yeah.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on
Thank you very
representing
much.
the country. Thank you for the volunteer work that you continue to do, even if you don't have to. And thank you for being involved with the development of the youth in your area. And please come back and share some highlights with us of your future events.
Cool. Thank you so much for having us. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Well, guys, and that's a wrap. It's been an amazing year. We were exposed to amazing sports, and as we head closer to Christmas, from everybody here at Sports Federation TV, especially Renzel Botman, our genius behind the scenes who makes the show possible, I'd like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Remember, you can catch the show every Friday night at 9 p.m. on channel 263, repeated Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. Whatever sport you're playing this holiday, lekker speel. And if you haven't found a sport that you love just yet, we hope you find a sport just perfect for you.